La web puede parecer un gran océano cuando se trata de encontrar lo que buscas. Por suerte, los buscadores pueden convertir océanos de información en pequeñas piscinas para que encontrar lo que busques sea más sencillo. Esto es estrategias de búsqueda en Internet según Common Craft. Antes de zambullirnos, hablemos un poco de cómo funcionan las búsquedas en la web. Los buscadores tratan de encontrar cada palabra en cada página web. Toda esta información está organizada para encontrarla más fácilmente. Cuando buscas una palabra, el buscador encuentra todas las páginas donde aparece esa palabra y las enumera en los resultados de búsqueda. Normalmente, las páginas que aparecen primero tienen muchas otras páginas enlazadas a ellas. Cada enlace es como una voz que dice, esta puede ser una buena fuente de información. El problema es que generalmente los resultados son muchos. Necesitas una manera de reducir estos resultados para poder encontrar lo que necesitas. Veamos cómo funciona. Digamos que buscas un tipo de pez y esto representa todos los sitios de la web. Buscar pez no te ayuda mucho. Hay demasiados resultados. Tienes que ser más concreto. Intenta imaginar el pez exacto y descríbelo en el campo de búsqueda. Verás que cada palabra que uses te acercará más a lo que necesitas. Puedes hacer esto mismo imaginando la página web que tiene tu respuesta. ¿Cuál es el título de la página? ¿Qué palabras aparecen en ella? Si escribes esas palabras te acercarás más a la respuesta que buscas. Pero para ser un buen buscador, debes conocer algunos atajos básicos. Digamos que estás buscando palabras que aparezcan juntas, como una frase o una cita. Por ejemplo, quieres buscar información sobre tiburones de arena. Si lo buscas así, encontrarás páginas sobre arena y tiburones. Para obtener mejores resultados, escribe las palabras entre comillas, así. Esto limita el número de resultados a la frase exacta. Este es otro atajo. Hay muchas palabras que tienen varios sentidos. Pensemos en la palabra inglesa mullet, que es un tipo de pez y un corte de pelo. Si buscas mullet, posiblemente obtengas muchos resultados sobre cortes de pelo y pocos sobre peces. Para eliminar resultados, coloca un guión o un signo de menos antes de la palabra que quieres excluir. Esto significa, muéstrame las páginas sobre mullet, pero elimina los resultados relacionados con cortes de pelo. Al ser específico y utilizar palabras y símbolos que te ayuden a eliminar información irrelevante, podrás encontrar exactamente lo que estás buscando y evitarás que la web te trague de un bocado.
Y bien, aquí estamos con Google, el buscador web más grande del planeta. Y con Ana, que aquí va en camino a su modista preferida para conseguir un hermoso vestido. Ana lo dice muy fácil. Quiero el vestido que lucía anoche Catalina Cantalejo, la presentadora del noticiero. Gloria, la modista, no se lo toma muy bien. Pero, ¿qué tal si nos sentamos frente al computador? Ok, Gloria. Empecemos con algo sencillo. El vestido de Catalina Cantalejo. Y presiona Enter. Muy bien. Fracciones de segundo, Google ha rastreado millones de páginas de todo el mundo. Páginas, imágenes, videos, noticias y Y bueno, tal vez son demasiados resultados. Probemos con algo más específico. Escribamos: ¿cómo hacer el vestido de Catalina Cantalejo? No te olvides de las comillas, para buscar tal cual como lo necesitas. No queda más que hacer clic aquí, medir allá, cortar por acá y ya está. Ana puede pasar por su vestido y Gloria le cumplirá a una de sus clientes más apreciadas. Algo más. Cada segundo se realizan poco menos de 35,000 búsquedas, 2 millones por minuto, más de 120 millones por hora, casi 3,000 millones al día. Al mes, más de 88,000 millones de búsquedas a través de Google. Y la cifra sigue creciendo.
Hi, my name is Miley Oye. I'm a senior support engineer at Google. At Google, we work hard to make sure that when you use our search engine, you find what you're looking for. To improve our search results, as well as maintain security and prevent fraud, we remember some basic information about searches. Without this information, our search engine wouldn't work as well as it does, or be as secure. So what information does Google collect? Let's find out, starting with a simple search. So you type in a word, say cars. That search for cars is sent over the internet, routed to Google servers, where we look for results, and then send those results back over the internet to your computer. Cars is called a search query. Search queries are one kind of data we collect, and we collect them so we can analyze search patterns and ultimately give you better search results. For example, if you've ever mistyped a search term, you've probably noticed that Google offers an alternative spelling. So if you add an extra S at the end of cars, Google will ask, "Did you mean cars?" We're able to do that because we've studied search queries in our logs and found that when people type in CARSS, they often really mean CARS. A second piece of information we collect is your computer's address, what's technically called an IP address. An IP address is a bit like your phone number on the internet, and it looks something like this. When you send a search request to Google, it uses your IP address to ensure that the search results are returned to the right computer. But an IP address doesn't say who you are or exactly where you are. In fact, some providers give you a different IP address every time you surf the web. At best, all Google can tell about you from your IP address is your general location, say Denver, and maybe which provider you use to connect to the internet. Only your provider can directly match you with your IP address. This makes sense, because much like a telephone company, they're the ones you have an account with, and they're also the ones who gave you the IP address. Now let's talk about cookies, a third piece of information Google collects. A cookie is a very small file which gets stored on your computer. All search engines and most websites use cookies. Why? Cookies remind us of your preferences from the last time you visited, such as the fact that you want search results in English and no more than 10 results per page. What a cookie doesn't tell Google is personal stuff about you, like where you live or what your phone number is. In fact, a cookie doesn't even tell Google whether it's actually you visiting Google or someone else, say your roommate, spouse, or kids, who's using the same computer. So that's what we collect: the thing you search for, your computer's IP address, and the cookie. Then what? Well, in the same way that a store keeps a receipt of your purchases, Google keeps a type of receipt of your visit called a log. Here's what a typical log of your visit looks like. Here's the term you search for, cars. Here's the IP address, which, as we discussed earlier, is like your internet phone number. Here's the cookie ID, which identifies your computer and tells us your preferences. Here's the browser version and the operating system. And last, here's the date and time of your search. As you can see, logs don't contain any truly personal information about you. And, to further protect your privacy, Google will soon cut off portions of the IP addresses and cookie numbers that have been in our logs for more than 18 months. It's similar to how credit card receipts replace portions of your card number with hash marks to add an extra layer of privacy protection. Here's what an IP address will look like in our files after 18 months. And here's what a cookie will look like. Google is the first major search engine to do this. So I hope this gives you a better idea of the information Google collects when you use our search engine.
Hi, my name is Matt Cutts. I'm an engineer in the quality group at Google, and I'd like to talk today about what happens when you do a web search. The first thing to understand is that when you do a Google search, you aren't actually searching the web. You're searching Google's index of the web, or at least as much of it as we can find. We do this with software programs called spiders. Spiders start by fetching a few web pages. Then they follow the links on those pages and fetch the pages they point to, and follow all the links on those pages and fetch the pages they link to, and so on, until we've indexed a pretty big chunk of the web. Many billions of pages stored across thousands of machines. Now, suppose I want to know how fast a cheetah can run. I type in my search, say cheetah, running, speed, and hit return. Our software searches our index to find every page that includes those search terms. In this case, there are hundreds of thousands of possible results. How does Google decide which few documents I really want? By asking questions, more than 200 of them, like, how many times does this page contain your keywords? Do the words appear in the title? In the URL? Directly adjacent? Does the page include synonyms for those words? Is this page from a quality website, or is it low quality, even spammy? What is this page's page rank? That's a formula, invented by our founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin, that rates a web page's importance by looking at how many outside links point to it and how important those links are. Finally, we combine all those factors together to produce each page's overall score and send you back your search results, about half a second after you submit your search. At Google, we take our commitment to delivering useful and impartial search results very seriously. We don't ever accept payment to add a site to our index, update it more often, or improve its ranking. Let's take a look at my search results. Each entry includes a title, a URL, and a snippet of text to help me decide whether this page is what I'm looking for. I also see links to similar pages, Google's most recent stored version of that page, and related searches that I might want to try next. And sometimes, along the right and at the top, I'll see ads. We take our advertising business very seriously as well, both our commitment to deliver the best possible audience for advertisers and to strive to only show ads that you really want to see. We're very careful to distinguish your ads from regular search results. And we won't show you any ads at all if we can't find any that we think will help you find the information you're looking for, which in this case, the cheetah's top running speed is more than 60 miles an hour. Thanks for watching. I hope this made Google a little bit more understandable.